Good morning. Where is... Okay, never mind. I'll be right back. Now, for real. Good morning. Sorry, I couldn't find my pen. Okay. So... my plan... was to draw Sweetstorm and talk about him. I may have already done that. I have no clue. But I'm debating if I want to. I didn't really wake up in a drawing mood, but I'm not quite in the mood for Clan Gen. So, I don't know. That's what I thought. How about I switch to the other one? He needs a redesign anyway, so let's talk about... let me find it first. Is this it? That is not what I was looking for. I'm gonna have to go scrolling for a second because I don't remember what I called it. Oh, here it is. I found it. I'll talk about Venom Strike instead. He needs a redesign anyway. Sweetstorm just got a redesign, so he's fine. So, I guess I'll start with some little fun facts that I don't actually know if anyone cares. They're fun for me, and I like I like backgrounds of stuff. I like knowing, like, creative processes. And how people, like, how did you get to this character? So, this is my channel and I can do what I want, I guess. Anyway. So, Venom Strike, here's just a random character I came up with. I don't really remember where he came from. I'm pretty sure, no, he was part of the first iteration. I think he was just a random Sun Clan cat. His story has always been that he was brought into the clan as a kid, and his name is Venom Strike because I wanted some more interesting names. This was very much the experiment with names group of cats. Which is why I have cats such as Rainbow Glow and Venom Strike and Gentle Breeze. But so the whole thought process was essentially Venom would be a cool warrior name. And Venom Strike was born. And eventually I decided that he and Sweetstorm, who was the first iteration, he was Dead Storm, I think. I think he just kept Dead as his name. Because he didn't have all that character development and stuff that he has now. Anyway. They were mates in the first iteration of Blood and Water. It was less the slow burn that's in my current iteration and more of a fell in love on the battlefield kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. Either way, I think they may have interacted a little and then I don't quite remember. But now their story is much more interesting, in my opinion. Venom was also supposed to have a connection to Dragon, but back when he was Dragon Blaze. Because Dragon Blaze was this cool, infamous rogue and former loner. Pretty much every like outsider knew his name. And Venom Strike was supposed to be like, whoa, it's Dragon. That's so cool. That doesn't happen anymore. I don't I don't actually think Venom and Dragon interact at all in the main story. They definitely interact afterwards, through Sweetstorm, but they are never in the same room, so they don't really have too many chances to interact in the main story. It doesn't matter, it was like a small part anyway. On to the real Venom Strike. So, Venom was born outside the clans to... Oh my god, I don't remember his mom's name. And I don't know which notebook it's in. That's fine. Give me a second. So, he was born to I'll say a loner, along with his sister, Boa, and everything was fine and dandy until Venom got bit by a snake. And worried about his safety, his mom takes him to the clans to be healed. She waits a few days, but she doesn't like to stay in one place too long, so she leaves him there. And the snake wasn't like, it wasn't a bad bite or anything. He would have survived it anyway. But she just got too antsy, and so she left. This does damage to Venom, who, after healing, waits in the last spot he saw his mom. He's like 4 or 5 moons old when he is brought to Sun Clan. And he sneaks out and he waits at that spot for a while, for a couple moons at least, even into his apprenticeship. Eventually he does give up. But it's very hard for him. He does have some attachment issues that you will see up later. But after he's abandoned by his mom, he is raised by another cat whose name I don't remember. But he is raised with a different family. He is raised with Piper Kit, who ends up becoming his best friend. And they're apprenticed together, and they train together, and they become warriors together. Venom Strike, Piper, Juniper Branch become a very tight-knit group. These proportions are all off. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Had to miss you. Sorry, my cat was being mean to my other cat. Give me a second. He won't leave her alone, so I have to go look at him sternly and shoo him away. Where was I? I was talking about Piper and Juniper, and I was hating these proportions. I'm restarting. Anyway. So, like I said, Venom, Piper, and Juniper best of friends. So I have to reorganize my thoughts. Feisty. Give me a sec. Okay. Let's fast forward. I guess it's not fast forwarding. Next important scene. Or first important scene. During a gathering, Venom runs into a scrawny, pale brown apprentice who it's okay. I forgot that I could have sworn that comm was already done. I kept meaning to check if I had ever gotten it, and I just never did. So, you're fine. Take as long as you need. This is annoying me. Anyway. Venom Paw runs into this apprentice. Or he sits next to this apprentice. And tries to start up a conversation. It doesn't go well at first until finally the small cat answers the question of, "Hey, what's your name?" "I'm Venom Paw. What's your name?" With a flat dead paw. And at first, Venom half thinks it's a joke. He doesn't know that much about how the clans name their kits, but he's pretty sure Dead Paw isn't a serious name. But that cat looks pretty serious. And so he just says, "Oh, okay." And Deadpaw did not expect this reaction. And is kind of startled into talking more. And they bond the whole night. And when they go to leave, Venom says, "I'll see you next gathering." And Deadpaw says, "Sure." Their life, or they leave. I don't know. Haha, I'm bad at explaining. Anyway. Everything's normal. And Venom is excited for his next gathering. But he goes to the next gathering and he can't find Deadpaw. And he goes to the next gathering and can't find Deadpaw. And the next. And he asks some of the other Moon Clan apprentices. He asks some other Moon Clan cats, and they're like, I don't know. Who are you even talking about? They don't actually. They know who Deadpaw is, but either way, they don't know where Deadpaw is, and Venom is a little disappointed that he made a friend and now he can't find the friend, but he's not too bummed. They didn't know each other that well. During his training, he finally masters a move, and wanders off to... There is an edge of land by the river that is just covered in stones. And this guy loves collecting cool stones. And he collects one for every milestone and cool event in his life. So he's got a few at this point. Anyway, he's searching for the perfect stone to celebrate getting this move correct. And he sees one over on Eclipse Clan territory. It's just perfect. But he doesn't want to get in trouble for going over to Eclipse Clan territory, especially not over a stone, even though he really wants that rock. Lucky for him, he hears a rustle and sees a cat in the distance, or a cat near the river, and so he calls out, "Hey, could you get that stone for me?" And the cat, he can't really see who he's talking to, but though there's a moment of confusion, they finally say okay and grab the stone and jump over the border, or they come over the border. And who could it be but Deadpaw? And Venompaw is very excited that his gathering friend is here. And so they talk. Deadpaw tells him about how he wasn't at the gatherings because he left Moon Clan. And Venom asks him what that's like. And they talk until it gets kind of late. And Venompaw says, "Oh, I was supposed to be back at camp hours ago." So they both go to leave and agree to meet up again. And so that becomes like a regular thing for them. Venom and Deadpaw will just meet up occasionally and they'll just talk. Okay, that's fine. See ya, Icy. During this time, Venom slowly falls for Deadpaw. It is extremely evident on his face to his friends. And then at some point, Venom Strike, he earns his name at one point, goes to meet Deadpaw in their normal place, and Deadpaw doesn't show up. So Venom's like, oh, sure. But he doesn't show up at all a couple days in a row. And letting his mind get the better of him, Venom goes to find him. Oh, you know what? I actually have to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.